Hello, welcome to Tech Turks again. Today we have Asha of Gidi Jobs. Gidi Jobs is a firm or platform that connects jobs with people. Asha, welcome to Tech Turks. Thank you for coming. So, Gidi Jobs. So why Gidi Jobs? And then tell us your story. How did you start it? What were you doing before this? And what did you see that others didn't see?
Oh, okay. Thank you for having me once again. So, Gidi Job started in 2016. Prior to that, I had a short stint at Coca-Cola marketing department. Then I went with my boss, who was the chief marketing officer of Coke. He started a business, and then we started that business. It became one of the top marketing operations firm in Nigeria. And then by the time I was going to exit the company, I was managing operations for the business. So then a friend of mine who is my co-founder, Samson, was in the UK rather, and then he had started Gidi Jobs, and we spoke about it and said, okay, register this company in the UK, let's just start. And then he came back to Nigeria, we started working on it together. We have a very vibrant social network because my friend is very extroverted, so we have a very vibrant social network. So we had a lot of clients that needed to get people. Okay, so they were moving back to Nigeria and they needed to recruit. So we're just doing it, while I was on the job, we're getting good people, the right fit. I got to that point where I needed clarity, okay, so I've been doing operations, managing strategy for the business too. And then I just needed clarity. I wanted to be fulfilled, and then I was looking for what to do. And then the clarity came so that I could just help small and medium-sized businesses achieve their objective through people. We started with recruitment, which is a fast-paced sell. So, and then we also branched into helping small businesses organize their human resources. So we just go in, and of course, small, medium-sized business couldn't pay consultants, the big sum. So we just went there with, of course, our professionals, and organized the whole human resource function for those small and medium-sized businesses. It's really not just about recruitment. Recruitment helps us manage our operations, but the focus is about the businesses we work with to actually be more productive, and they are more productive through people and processes. So we ensure that we manage that very well.
Initially, when I came about Gidi Jobs, initial thought at the surface, another company that is using a platform to connect people, and that anybody can do that.
Yes.
But that small business space is an area that is very challenging, where it's a bit of technology, but humans as well. So how do you manage that bit? That, not just providing resources, human resources for them, but providing the know-how, and then, because human resources is about wage payment, it's by talent management, it's by developing them so they don't. I believe that's what Gidi Jobs does in that space.
Yes, and a little bit more. So my training, the reason why I always mention my short stint at Coke is because it gave me a very good foundation of strategy. So, Coke, we usually get in McKinsey folks, Bain and company folks to come do strategy for them. And then we wonder, why are they bringing these guys? But then I didn't know it was going to be a short stint for me, but while they were in, I always go in just to sit down and listen. So that gave me a very good foundation for strategy. And I found out that businesses really leave out human resources when they are curating their strategy. And human resources function, or the head of human resources, is always critical to be part of the conversation when the strategy is going on. So that's the first thing we usually talk to our client about. We want to understand, okay, so what is the objective? Most of our clients, especially small and medium-sized businesses, want to increase their revenue. So yes, we want to increase revenue, but how? What is the objective? So let's assume that you increase revenue now. Okay, so what happens? What do you use the money for? What really happens? How do you expand? What's the concept of growth? So we help them through that. It was really tough when we were new to the market, but now we do a lot of referrals. We get a lot of our clients by referrals. So I think the challenge with the small and medium-sized business is about the focus on revenue or the focus on money, and not on how that can be sustained, because you could get a good contract now, but how do you sustain that? How do you attract people, train people that you have, and how do you sustain that? And that's what we really focus on.
How many small businesses can you look after, and how are you going to do that? So the question is the question about scaling.
Yes.
How are you going to scale the business?
Yes.
Because one-on-one
Yes.
hand-holding and management can only take you so far.
Yes.
How are you going to use man and machine to actually achieve that? To say, you know what, I have XYZ on my platform that are using it to sustain their business.
I actually answered this question last year, October. So I was in the US, and then I was trying to raise funds. So I was talking to
my next question.
I was talking to a couple of folks, and it hit me that we didn't really have anything to sell other than recruit more people, recruit more hands, for me it wasn't even a good sell. So, and that was why we opted to go the software route, and that was why we started development immediately. So we said, okay, let's put the raising, the seed raising, let's put it aside, let's use our savings, let's invest in ensuring that our clients can do 80% of what we do online, and then we can also expand, and that will enable us to reach more people in Nigeria and outside Nigeria, which also is something we're looking at. And we also want to play on price, because we look at a lot of solutions out there and we really wonder why it is so high. It's not supposed to be really high. So we really wonder why it's so high if it's in-house. But some solutions we have in Nigeria that we've seen, of course, we know our competition, they are not from Nigeria, so they licensed it from US, Europe, and all that. So that's why we're building in-house, and we're also adding a lot of, like 2 other solutions that are not really HR related, but we help business.
Customized for the Nigerian. You've noticed that happens in the Nigerian market that you won't find in all those other solutions that people buy.
Yes,
how many people have you helped get jobs since you started? How many members do you have on your platform?
So
and all that?
Currently we have over 25,000 people on our platform. I was doing a job for one of the largest manufacturers in Nigeria. So we did a really good job, and I got an award for it from the owner. And then through that, we got to recruit about 1,800 people. So that's really scaled up. So from then to now, we've done about 2,400 as our last count.
Asha, good luck in Gidi Jobs.
Thank you.
We will continue the conversation offline.